What's going on, you guys? My name is Ver, and this is the Commuter Experience. So it's been a few months since I started the YouTube channel, and I've been having a lot of thoughts lately. One of them being, I wanted to share with you why I started my YouTube in the first place. I honestly just wanted a way to document my experiences, whether they were successes, failures, and then share them all with you. And also talk about the things that I want to start doing and put them in action. Some of you watching probably already know the reason why I wanted to start YouTube: to make money.
But Ver, you're just gonna be another sellout like any of these other YouTubers on YouTube.
All jokes aside, doing YouTube definitely has the potential for making money, but I'll tell you this, I'm not making any money. I'm just doing it for fun. This is just a hobby that I do in my spare time outside of work, and I'm really enjoying it so far. That aside, let's get into the video. I want to share with you the reasons why I started a YouTube channel and some of the things that I've learned in the last few months. And maybe you can start one too. At the beginning of the year, I posted a video that listed out my goals for this year, whether it be on YouTube, personal goals, investing goals, any of those types of goals. I posted a video about it, posting one video a week, getting to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I'm already halfway there, so I really appreciate everyone for coming to the channel, subscribing, hitting the like button, and doing that for me. My decision to make one of that goals where posting a video every week for a year was one of the things that created a sense of accountability for myself, because not only did I set it for myself, I put it in a video, I shared it with every single one of you. It's essentially something I have to do. In that video, I also set a couple of other goals, like paying off my student loans, or starting to get into real estate investing. All the things I've learned in the last few years have been from meeting people, work, reading books, just honestly learning. And a good amount of it happened to be on YouTube. I want to share things like starting to invest, starting to save, paying down your debts, getting into new ways to make money. The next point I want to mention to you of why I started this YouTube channel could be very apparent, or it might be not. Take a look at my name down below. Starr - the Commuter Experience. Now, the Commuter Experience wasn't just something random that came up. If you are new to the channel, my fiance and I were featured on CNBC Make It's Millennial Money, or specifically Millennial Mortgage. That video was a short segment about how my fiance and I bought our first home in Southern California, being one of the most expensive parts of the country, doing things like saving money, paying down our debts, investing, all that stuff, and working with our real estate agents, lenders, and everyone involved in the transaction of buying a house. Now, the one part in that video that everyone got on and commented about was the commuter experience. So we moved to a small suburb of LA called Gardena, California. I work in Santa Monica, California, and I commute about 1 to 1.5 hours each way, 4 to 5 days a week from those two cities. If you're not aware, LA traffic is ridiculous, so I don't like driving in traffic, so I do take public transportation. That was dubbed the commuter experience. From that video, there were a whole slew of videos that came out. One most notable was Graham Stephan's reaction video to Millennial Mortgage. If you're not aware who Graham Stephan is, just type in 20-cent iced coffee on YouTube, and I'm sure you'll be able to find him. Graham Stephan is this personal finance YouTuber and real estate investor who is based in LA. He does reaction videos to CNBC Make It's videos and a lot of other videos that have to do with finance and investing. And then it ended up where he reacted to our video. He came to our house to confront us about that video, and we got to talk about a whole lot of things around personal finance and investing. I honestly learned a lot from him. The number one thing that I learned from him, and you could probably guess it, is to smash that like button if you haven't already done so. I definitely learned a lot, and to me, learning from YouTube makes me want to give back in the way that I have all these things that I've learned and I want to put them in videos and share them with you too. If you wanted to start a YouTube channel, it could just be your name, and it could be like whatever topic you want to talk about. If you want to post videos of you playing video games, if you want to post videos about how you make your own coffee. YouTube has so many things that you can post about, and I'm sure you could find anything on YouTube if you're interested. If not, you should start a YouTube channel about it. Now, this next point is probably the number one reason why I started a YouTube channel. If you notice behind me right here, there are so many books on the shelf, and I can safely say that I've read majority of these books on the top shelf and some on this second shelf right here. The reason why I started YouTube is because there is a wealth of knowledge in books that not a lot of people get to see. If you learn something new, share it with the world. That's what I want to do here. One of the books that taught me a lot about what I do now and why I'm doing it is this book right here, Why Now is the Time to Crush It by Gary Vaynerchuk. If you're aware who Gary V is, he's this social media guru that just blew up in the last couple decades, where he used to just do podcasts or talk shows about wine, And then he made his, what I would call it, a personal brand just blow up in the world. And he basically came up with this blueprint of how you can turn your passion into a business. Instead of another book review, like I have other videos on my channel about books where I review the book because being that I commute to and from work, I read a book and I do a review on it. Since I'm not commuting right now with what's going on, I'll just mention the points in this book that relate to this video. The first point I want to mention from Crush It is turning yourself into a brand. Going back to the Commuter Experience, it was an accident, but it was probably the best accident that could happen to this channel. If I say, have you heard of the Commuter Experience? Or if you're on YouTube and you are aware of the Commuter Experience, you would know about it. If I end up becoming big from this or anything, I'd be known as the Commuter Experience. That is a brand. That is a brand that I'm representing. The next point in the book I want to mention is pick a medium that fits you to tell stories people want to hear. With how technology has grown in the last few years, there are so many choices that you have. You have Instagram, you have Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. You can write a blog, you can build a website, anything to show off your brand. The cool thing is you're not limited to just one of these mediums. I have YouTube to post my videos. Whenever I post a video, I put a story on my Instagram as well as a post so my followers can see that. I only have around 700 followers on Instagram. Out of that, I've been able to reach thousands of people viewing my videos. Also, I post on Facebook. Whenever I post on Facebook, I have a few friends and family that share the video, and then that reaches networks that are beyond just my immediate network. My hope is to post on YouTube frequently and use all these channels and mediums to grow the channel. With all that, the number one thing at the end of the day is you have to be authentic. If you're telling your viewers a story, if you're telling your readers a story, it's hard to be yourself, but it's definitely very difficult to be someone else. From my past experiences, I've been in friend groups where I didn't feel like myself and I had to kind of live up to their expectations. When I decided to stop doing that, I felt like life got a little bit easier. From that, the extra effort to try to be someone else just isn't worth it. I like sharing my experiences or sharing the things that I've learned, either through mistakes or things that I've read and done myself. Here's a short story. Back last summer, I visited my home state where I grew up. I visited friends, I visited old teachers and advisors, and I tell them about all the things that I learned. Of the teachers and advisors that I visit, the thing that I like telling them about is the things that I learned in their classroom or in discussions with them when I was in grade school. Is the lessons that I've learned from them didn't stop just in their office or didn't stop in their classroom. The lesson that is most important to me from my teachers is that you are always learning. That is the most authentic thing I could say about myself, is I'm always learning. I'm not the best at everything. I can always become better at something that I already know, or I can learn something totally new. That being posting on YouTube. I just started over 3 months ago and I'm already halfway to my goal of 1,000 subscribers. I'll tell you this, getting in front of a camera is not easy, and that is just who I am. I do have experience talking in front of huge crowds of people, talking to classrooms, talking to seminars, talking to groups or crowds larger than a few thousand people, at least back in high school. And it's like, I think about it now, like, I can't believe I did all that, and I still get nervous when I turn on the camera. The cool thing about nowadays is everyone has an iPhone, everyone has a smartphone with a camera. You can just turn it on, start filming, edit it, post it on YouTube, and then bam, you're a celebrity. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to become a celebrity. I'm not saying I am a celebrity. I'm just saying with how technology is today, you could turn on the camera and you can put yourself out there for millions of people to see. Before we wrap up here are a few more points of why I started my YouTube channel. One cool thing about posting videos on YouTube is the data around posting videos. So whenever I post a video, I can see the live updates of who's watching, where the viewers are coming from, like whether it's external or they actually searched up for my video. Pretty recently, I had a video about student loans that happened to be just a super random video I decided to do. It got over 1,000 views. The weird thing is when I was looking at the analytics for that video, it happened to be that another video was suggesting my video to watch. From that, I could tell the demographic of people watching my videos. Like, majority of my videos are watched by millennials. Then there's an other set of viewers that are in other countries, which could be because my mom's in the Philippines, she suggests it to her friends, and then it reaches their networks and it goes all over the globe. And I think the last point that I want to mention that I think many of you can share either in your everyday lives or if you're considering starting a YouTube channel is insecurity. I used to think things, no one's gonna like my channel, I sound really dumb when I talk, it'll never be successful. And honestly, if I didn't start my YouTube channel at the beginning of this year, I probably never would have. And that's honestly one point of why I started this YouTube. because I just needed to start. With all that said, I do want to grow this channel as organically, non-GMO, cage-free, free range as possible. Essentially, I'm not trying to buy clicks, buy views, any of that stuff, even though that's what I do understand a lot of people do to grow their channels. By that, honestly, I just mean I want to post videos as a hobby. Hopefully people will like them. And then eventually, if my channel grows to, thousands, if not tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of views, that would be great. And I hope each and every one of you would want to be part of it. If you haven't already, smash the like button. I want to thank my fiance for coining the commuter experience, even though she says that it just came out the wrong way when she said it. She also publicly apologized for it in a video. Check that out down below in the links. I want to thank my friends and family, especially my mom, as well as my future mother-in-law, because whenever I post a new video, they honestly are the first ones to share that video. And it's crazy because whenever they share the video, I get their friends or, random people messaging me who are in their networks like, hey, I saw your video. I want to talk about investing with you, or I want to talk about this topic. It's just been weird because whenever I started posting videos, I started getting messages on my Instagram, Facebook about the video, and then people are genuinely interested in talking about those topics. And last, I also want to thank Graham Stephan for, inspiring me to start my YouTube channel. Honestly, without him, I wouldn't have learned all the things that I know now, and I'm continuing to learn because I always go to his channel to smash the like button. If you haven't heard of Graham Stephan, I honestly encourage each and every one of you to check him out if you're interested in saving money, investing, getting into real estate, or starting your own YouTube channel, because he also has resources on starting a YouTube channel. Real quick, if you don't know anything about 20-cent iced coffee, I strongly encourage you to go check that out. You could check out my video as well about how I make my own 20-cent cold brew. And how you could become a millionaire by just drinking your own coffee. If there is something that comes out of us staying indoors, and I'm talking to you, yes, I'm talking to you, the viewer, right now. Learn something new, start a YouTube channel, start a blog, do something in your free time. If it's just reading a book and learning about a new topic that you're not used to, or you're just wanting to learn about it, pick up that book. Go ahead and do that. If you have a hobby that you want to get started, or if you have a hobby that you've been doing for a while but not a lot of people know about, share it with everyone. The whole point of this video was not just to say why I started my YouTube channel. It's to share with you that you can start doing something if you're interested in it, or if you want to share something. All you have to do is start. With that said, everyone, I really appreciate everyone coming to the channel to watch my video. If you haven't already, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the little notification bell so you know the next time I post a video on my channel. Now, one of the topics I talk about on my channel is investing. If you're interested in getting into investing, I posted a link down in the description below to Webull, where if you deposit $100, you could get 2 free stocks, where one of those stocks will be valued up to $1,400. Thanks again, everyone, for watching the video. If you learned something new today, let me know down in the comments below. We'll catch you all next time.